Welcome back, Fan-Fueled family, and happy holidays! Today, I've got a special holiday bonus video for you. Now, I'm not particularly religious. My family celebrates the holidays in their own way, usually just a quiet little thing, though my mom does blast Christmas music from late November to mid-January. But I respect everyone's desire and right to practice their own religion and celebrate the holidays in their own way. To that end, I'm giving you guys a Christmas video. So, I've mentioned it in a few of the weekly check-ins, but I love the game Stellar Blade. It was sadly marketed more on its sex appeal than the gameplay, and as such, I think a lot of people discount it as lewd over sexualized trash. Really, it's an absolutely amazing story about the nature of humanity, hope in the face of overwhelming odds, and the struggle for survival. It's a love letter to Nier Automata. It has amazing combat, the battle loop is so great. It's tight, precise, with a high skill ceiling. You have to learn to dodge and parry. There are even ambush attacks where you can insta-kill enemies if you manage to sneak up behind them, and retribution attacks which you can perform after a certain number of successful blocks and parries to deal massive damage. I'm on my third playthrough. It's a fairly dark but hopeful story.
As you know from first-hand experience, it is not an easy fight.
I'm aware of that, but I promise, I will find it, and I will make it pay.
That's the kind of mistake you can't make twice.
Oh, and the monsters. I love the monsters. They're called Naytiba, and they're really well designed to evoke Lovecraftian and even Cronenbergian body horror. Some of them are almost like what you'd see in John Carpenter's The Thing. Masses of tentacles and teeth in weird places, knobbly skin, and bladed hooks made of bone for hands. Just really exquisite body horror.
Then where is the Naytiba?
Look!
Now, don't get me wrong, the game absolutely has that sexual element. A lot of Eve's attainable outfits are skin-tight bodysuits, have really short skirts, or just revealing lingerie or swimwear. That's totally optional though. One of the first outfits you can acquire is basically casual streetwear, and there's even a full-body bear costume for some reason. The game has plenty of outfits that are much more tame and non-sexual, and some are even kinda classy. My point is, it's not the focal point of the game. Stellar Blade is a perfect example of the adage, don't judge a book by its cover. I've made this analogy with friends before. Fan service in games, for me at least, is a spice. If the meal itself is great, the spice will add a bit of extra enjoyment, but if the underlying meal is garbage, a bit of spice won't do much. Stellar Blade is absolutely the former case. The game itself is like a 5-course meal prepared by Gordon Ramsay on his best day, and the fan service is just some nice spice. If it wasn't there, the game would still be amazing. So why is this a Christmas video? Well, Shift Up, the developers, consistently add new content to the game, usually in the form of either gameplay tweaks like photo mode or additional play modes, but also in the form of adding new cosmetic items. On December 17th, they added a Christmas event, complete with new music, a large Christmas tree in the heart of the game's city, Zion, and a bunch of cosmetic items. In today's video, I'm going to show you where to find them and show you what they look like. So, to start the little side quest, go to Memory Square and you'll see a massive Christmas tree. Pick up the memory log and open the first chest to receive the Santa dress for Eve, as well as instructions for where to find the rest of the cosmetics. The chest to the left of this one has a cosmetic for the drone called the Rudolph pack, and gives the drone a reindeer-themed makeover, complete with a glowing red nose and holiday lights on the antlers. Head up here behind Sister's junk and shoot this dartboard to drop the next one, which is the Wreath earrings. These look alright, but I usually stick with the Symbol of Legacy earrings because they actually give Eve a significant buff when using a power she unlocks later in the game. Come over here in the southwest of Zion and shoot this board to get the next gift. Also, can I just say how much I love the glowing effect on the box? Just look at that gorgeous rainbow effect. This box is the Sleigh Earcuff, which is an earring style that resembles Santa and his sleigh wrapped around the edge of Eve's ear. Again, I prefer the Symbol of Legacy, it just works better for my playstyle. I tend to prefer optimizing my combat effectiveness over fancy earrings. I'm just weird like that, I guess. I prefer survival to having pretty ears. Next, come back to Memory Square and turn left at the tree, then up the stairs and shoot the board for another gift, this time the Santa Girl hairdo. I'm not crazy about this one because it removes her ponytail, which, in my opinion, looks better and has its own physics applied to it, making it feel a bit more real. For the next one, go directly past the tree and towards the last gulp, the bar where Enya performs. No, not that Enya.
Who can say where the road goes?
Turn around and shoot this board to drop the gift. These are the snow crystal glasses, which I think would give me a headache. They're glasses that have snowflake-style lenses. I'm not crazy about these either, but they're certainly on theme. Now, my PS5 seems to have eaten my clip of getting the final cosmetic, which is the I'm No Santa outfit for Adam. Go here on the steps leading up to the tree and shoot the Santa that would be here until it pops. I have no words. It's colorful? Shiny? Maybe people who celebrate Christmas will be more impressed with this one than I am. I prefer Nighthawk for Adam. The white and silver is classier. Altogether, the whole outfit looks like this. I just want to take a moment to shout out an awesome channel with a great creator. I was having a lot of trouble with getting the photo mode to come out looking right. I was getting all this ugly graininess. ThatGuyJakey Gaming not only has an awesome tutorial on how to use Stellar Blade's photo mode and make things look incredible, but when I left a comment on the video, they replied within a half hour and gave me tips to make things nice and clear. Click the card on screen now to check out their tutorial, and I'll also leave a link to their channel in the description. Thanks again. If you leave a comment, I'll pin it. If you have a PS5, I cannot recommend this game highly enough. Like I said, it's a love letter to one of my favorite games of all time, Nier Automata. In fact, Shift Up recently did a crossover with Nier, adding in a little quest to obtain the currency to obtain cosmetics from the Nier games from everyone's favorite robot car, Emil. Eve is in 2B's dress in a lot of my clips. I think the only problem I actually have with the game is that the dialogue is awkwardly delivered sometimes. Some of the voice work is amazing though. All of Taki's lines are really well done, and the Elder of Zion, Oracle, really does feel like an old man in his delivery, tired, taking his time.
Perhaps you came across the library at Lavoir.
We would like to know the truth.
Yes. It is a long, long story.
The game really goes above and beyond, too. A lot of games, especially these days, have a New Game Plus mode where you can play through the game again with all your unlocked upgrades and items. But how many games will actually create an entirely new set of cosmetic items for you to find for New Game Plus? Or add in new skills you can learn? Or new levels of upgrades for your gear? Stellar Blade does all of that. Not to mention, it has not one, not two, but 3 boss rush modes, one for each difficulty, and if you beat the boss rush on normal or hard difficulty, you'll unlock a unique costume for Eve called the Neuralink suit. I don't have that. There's even a fishing side quest where you have to go out and catch different varieties of fish and you can trade them as specialized currency to a special merchant. With enough fishing, you can buy a unique outfit for Eve, the Ocean Maid. I still haven't gotten around to doing this one. I'm not here to burn hours sitting around catching fish. I'm here to throw down with giant monsters. It even has multiple endings and even an entire optional gameplay area based on your choices in the game. How cool is that? The game is sort of like a Souls-like, Souls-light style. It's got the tough, precise combat with a dark atmosphere and the whole respawning enemies when you rest mechanic too. If you want an almost dystopian, cyberpunk, Lovecraftian body horror Souls game, this is your jam. It can be a bit dour, almost hopeless, with themes of God creating humans, humans creating God, and then that God abandoning and rejecting humanity.
But why would she want to destroy us?
Usually, things only exist because people make them. Like us.
How dare you? That's blasphemy! Sacrilege!
Right. Sorry. But the truth doesn't need to be kind, only true.
And look, I get it. It won't be for everyone. But please, don't judge it just on, oh, the protagonist is an attractive woman in a skin-tight bodysuit. There's so much more to it than that. Heck, there are even horror elements in the story and in the gameplay, everything from creeping existential horror to jump scares.
Fuck off! I hate it when they do that!
For Shift Up's first proper game, they'd only ever worked on mobile games before, this is outstanding. Hell, it's impressive among most AAA games. Let me say that again. Shift Up went from mobile games to this masterpiece. F***ing mobile games! And the studio clearly cares about the game too. They're still updating it regularly 8 months later with bonus content. This and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth are easily my 2 favorite games on the PS5 so far. Huh. Now I'm wondering whether ThatGuyJakey Gaming has a tutorial on how to make Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's photo mode look awesome. This video started out as basically just a bonus video showcasing the new Christmas event cosmetics, but the more I worked on the script, the more I had to talk about just how stellar, pun intended, this game is. Like I said earlier, this game is such a perfect demonstration of don't judge a book by its cover. In this case, the book is a beautiful amalgamation of Moby Dick and I Have No Mouth That I Must Scream, and the cover is Playboy magazine. Have you played Stellar Blade? Is it on your wish list? Or maybe you've already had your mind concluded by the marketing and have decided not to get it. If you have played it, what did you think of it? Which one of the Christmas event cosmetics did you like the most? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. This is another video that's a little different from what I usually cover, but I wanted to make a Christmas video this year. Since I'm playing through Stellar Blade and got the cosmetics, I thought it would make a good video. It sort of spiraled out of hand. If you like the content I make here on the channel, the best way you can support me is by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Share the channel with friends you think would like it, it all does really help. If you want to see another holiday-related video, the terrifying Null Null, which I covered for Halloween this year, click here. Or click here for the Crystal Foxes of Star Wars, the Vulptex. Thank you again so much for watching. Have a safe and happy holiday no matter what you celebrate, and to all, a good night.